Hello friends, in this lesson we will learn how to use healing brush, spot healing brush and patch tool. Open this project file. This is a very old photograph and it is quite damaged by these spots all around. We will try to repair it. To do so, the very first tool is this healing brush tool. Under this bandage kind of icon, the second one is the healing brush tool. The keyboard shortcut for this is J. Using healing brush is similar to clone stamp tool, as we need to pick up a source and then paint. We need to hold down the alt key to sample an area in the image and then paint. Now in the control panel up here, look at this option source. By default, sampled is turned on. We can also set the pattern as a source. If we click this pattern on, these options become available. Click on this drop down and these are the many patterns. If we click on the gear, we can see the patterns library. There are many patterns to load. Let's reset the patterns. Okay. These are the default patterns. I'll stick to sampled. To repair images like this, we need a lot of time and patience. We can't finish repairing it in one lesson. We will try and fix a portion of this. Now let's look at these options up here. The first one is the tool preset. It has one tool preset. This is the brush engine. Now this brush engine is different from the earlier ones. It has very limited options, just the size, hardness, spacing and this icon to set the brush angle and the roundness like so. As we saw in the earlier lesson, this will set the angle and this will pinch the roundness. We can also tell the healing brush to control the size of the brush by pen pressure or by stylus wheel. Now let's start healing some of the areas here. Again, to use a non-destructive method, let's create a new layer above the background layer. And let's click this to current and below. Let's pick up a sample area and let's paint. Keep picking the sample areas again and again as you move on. Like so. Just like clone stamp tool, it has this aligned option. It is not turned on right now. If we turn it on, it will offset the stroke. Now let's look at this top area. It is a bit more damaged. If we try to heal it, it tries to blend them, but it is not doing a good replacement. Let's undo and look at this new blend mode called replace. And now if we sample and paint, it's not blending them, it is just replacing those pixels. With this healing brush also, we can use this clone source just like clone stamp tool. We have talked about all these options in our previous lesson. I'll delete this layer. Let's now talk about another tool, which is this top one, spot healing brush. Again the keyboard shortcut is J. The difference between healing brush and spot healing brush is that with the spot healing brush we don't have to sample an area. That is, we don't have to give it a source to heal. The options up here are again the tool preset, the brush engine, it is same as the healing brush tool. You know about the blend modes. Let's talk about these options. These are a bit confusing. Now mine is set to content aware. What it does is, it examines the area around the area we are painting and replaces them with those surrounding pixels. This option, according to me, is the most successful option with the spot healing brush. Again, to use a non-destructive workflow, let's create a new layer. Let's click this sample all layers on. If we paint here, it looks like we are painting a dot, but as soon as we release the mouse, it paints those pixels with the surrounding pixels. This really is a very simple tool to use. I normally use this tool before using the healing brush tool. Now let's talk about the other options. This proximity match looks at the edges of our selection and duplicates those pixels to painted area. Now since it has painted the edges, you can see some halo of the paint, but I'm not a very big fan of this option. Create texture looks at the pixels inside our selection and tries to create a texture to heal it. Now if we paint this area and zoom in, you can see that it has created a texture. Again, I don't use this option much, but it might be useful in some special cases. My favorite is content aware. Now let's do some repair here on the face. It does a pretty good job. Something else we can do is make a lasso selection and paint. This method of making a selection and then healing can be used if we want to preserve the edges. Suppose I try to paint here, you can see that the edges of the ear have blurred. To control this, we can use the lasso selection. Now we will paint inside. Invert the selection by pressing Ctrl Shift I and paint outside. What this does is it preserves the sharpness. This was just for demonstration purposes. I will hit Ctrl Z. But when we try to heal these more damaged areas with this tool, it does not do a great job. So let's take this patch tool right here, the third one, and see its options. We can get to this patch tool by pressing Shift J. I'll delete this layer. With this tool, we can make a selection of an area that we want to repair and simply drag it to another area in the image to look at as source data. Let's see how it works. Let's draw a selection around it. Let's talk about these options first. This one is again tool preset. No tool presets are defined, and I hope you are familiar with these options. This one is for a new selection, this one is add to selection, subtract from selection, and intersect with selection. With patch tool, we will have to work directly on the background layer. It does not allow us to work in a non-destructive way because there are no options to sample the current layer and below or sample all layers. Now these two options are to tell the patch tool whether we are dragging our selection to the destination or to the source. Source is selected. Now if we click inside the selection and drag it, you can see that it has healed that spot right there. Ctrl D to deselect. Now if destination is selected, if we want to heal this spot, we will make a selection here and drag it on top of this, like so. Ctrl D to deselect. Transparent option is for an image which contains some transparency. This one does not have any transparency, so I'll leave it off. There is one more option here. It is grayed out right now, but as soon as we make a selection, it becomes available. We can select a pattern. Suppose I select the bubbles. Instead of dragging the selection, if we click on use pattern, it will repair that area by filling this pattern. But this pattern does not match with our image. I'll undo, deselect. Now in Photoshop CS6, there is some modification to the patch tool. This content aware function has been added to it. As soon as I click on this content aware, these options have changed. Now we have sample all layers available to us. If I make a new layer, we can sample all layers and work in a non-destructive way. It also has this adaptation option. This is very similar to the content aware move tool adaptation, from very strict to very loose. This is essentially telling the content aware how it should function. Let's leave it to very strict. Let's try and heal this spot. Let's make a selection and drag it to another location. Ctrl D to deselect. It has done a great job. Now if we set it to very loose and try to heal this spot, make a selection and move it to another place. Ctrl D to deselect. I can see some blurriness here. I don't know whether you are able to see it or not. Let's try another area. This one. Let's move it. Ctrl D. We can see some fuzziness here. Let's undo, set it to very strict, and now if we move it, there is no fuzziness or halo. This content aware patch tool can be really handy to heal these areas. Make a selection and move it. We might have to use it quite a few times. to get good results, like so. So these were the 3 tools to heal. You need to decide yourself which one is the best for a particular image. That's all for this lesson, friends. See you in the next lesson.